Yo, we're live. Prestige culture dynamics. It's been a while. I go by Osiris. I'm here with the homie Ray Studios, and we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna break down the Super Bowl. How you doing, Ray?
Feeling great, man. Like I said, it's been months since we've done an episode of Prestige Culture Dynamics. We need to do it more often. Like how you and Steven, you guys do your separate show once a month. We need to do an episode of this like once or twice a month.
Yeah, let's set it up once a month at least, and we'll talk about it and get a regular cadence going. But I mean, there's nothing more dominant in the culture right now. As much as some people might not like it, the NFL is America's pastime. It's not baseball, obviously. It's the NFL and the Super Bowls today, and there's so much swirling around it. I think that's going to be a one-topic show, but we'll take it wherever it needs to go. Ray, what are your takeaways? The Super Bowl's over. People are chatting about it. There's all kinds of side stories and issues and stuff. Let me know. You're watching even more football than me now.
Yeah.
What's the deal? What's your takeaway way about this back to back victory for Mr. Mahomes and others?
Where do I start, man? There's so much you could discuss right here. We'll get to discuss whether it's rigged or not later because we'll just focus on what we saw in the game first. What I saw in the game first was you remember the Super Bowl a few years ago with the Patriots and the Rams, where it was just a defensive game, and people were saying it was an awful game, like that one was.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the same thing right here, but people were saying it was an awful game, but I disagree. I love defensive games. I love them a lot. It's like it was back in the 80s and 90s. That's what football is. It's supposed to be a defensive game. People hitting each other, people trying to really tear each other apart. That's what it's supposed to feel like. And the NFL and the NBA today, even the NBA is worse today than the NFL is because it's gone so soft where it's just almost nothing but offensive stuff. There's no defense left in sports anymore in the NFL or the NBA. And this kind of brought it back to what the NFL and what sports as a whole used to be, where it was just a defensive showdown and you could see people going at each other for real.
Yeah, I appreciated it. So you had defense, you had some offense in there too. There was a lot of drama in it, and I thought it was a good game. I mean, there were some people wanted more action, I guess, in the first half in particular. But I agree with you. It was like a chess game. It was like, whoa, they couldn't get Travis Kelce off. And that's the first thing. And I told my wife, if they can't get Travis Kelce, he doesn't even need to have a classic 2 touchdown game. He just needs to be able to get his 7 yards, 10 yards here and there. If they can't do that, they're not going to win. But I kind of knew, the tight end. It's just hard to stop a big, pretty fast tight end like Travis Kelce, still good in his prime, maybe at the end of his prime. It's kind of hard to stop him like Gronk and Travis Kelce.
Yeah. He only had one catch for 1 yard in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, and you knew that had to change. I didn't see his stats in the second half, but he had that big 22-yard catch late. He had a 7 yard. He was involved. That's all they have, really. I mean, they have other weapons, but it's not like they have Tyreek Hill going deep. It's really Travis Kelce, and then you pick your spots elsewhere.
Yeah, and the 49ers defense was so good in the first half. The Chiefs defense was too, equally as good. But then we saw in the second half, both defenses got tired, and it was pretty obvious because literally there was just so many deep passes going all over in the second half. So, yeah.
People are chatting right now. And what do you think about this, Ray? Old Joe, what's up? Old Joe says, do you think the 49ers made a defensive error at the end? I don't know. What is he referring to?
Well, actually, I think it happened before that because Dre Greenlaw, one of the 49ers linebackers, he tore his Achilles but when he was charging out onto the field.
I know.
It's like, what?
That was crazy.
That's like I said, that was shocking. Right there, he was just getting amped up. Then he started running. Then he fell down.
Yeah, he wasn't even. Yeah, he wasn't even trying. He wasn't doing anything reckless. It just freak play, man.
Remember, this was years ago where there was a football player, I forgot whether it was NFL or college, who literally was jumping up and came down and tore his knee up. nothing happened. He was just jumped and came land down and hurt his knee. So embarrassing himself. So
yeah. But I mean, this one, it was right after a kick. I forget if it was a punt or a kick. I think it was a punt. And he was just running onto the field. He kind of was jumping a little bit, but he wasn't doing anything reckless. And
yeah, he was trying to avoid
Pop.
touching the. He was trying to avoid touching the field because if he touched it, that would have been considered 12 men on the field. So
yeah,
he just got so amped up, and yeah,
and then he got carted off. Jordan Lott saying, "What's up?"
Yeah. Let me pull this. He says, it was a chess game. I wish the Jaguars would have made the playoffs. Yeah. It would be awesome if the Jordan, we're not going to really go into politics in this episode. Prestige Culture Dynamics is different from my show or Osiris's regular show too. We talk about culture on this show. We don't get into politics, at least not directly. We don't.
Yeah, and I apologize because I put it on my political channel, so that doesn't make sense. But we're trying to maximize the reach.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like I said, we're trying to build a brand.
Yeah, we're trying to maximize the reach. We're doing culture. I mean, but here's the thing. Before we continue on the Super Bowl, Ray, that's a debate there. I definitely don't want to get into political parties for our culture show. But isn't it getting really hard? Americans can't enjoy the Super Bowl without politics. We had politics in the ads. We had aftermath and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hard.
Don't get me started on that one where they were mocking Christianity. Don't get me started.
Well, that's not even. Well, that's culture. I think that should be fair game. That's not. Here's what we have to talk about what the boundaries are here. But I think political parties, there's no need to really talk about parties. But I think the religious ad on my X feed, the number one discussion, maybe it was the meme of Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid, but I think it might actually have been the commercial.
Yeah, there were a few different commercials, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have seen when Travis Kelce yelled and touched Andy Reid. You should have seen Stevens on Twitter. He was just making so many freaking memes about it, using that. Like at first, one of the first ones he made, I thought it was something stupid. That's why I sent you that in our DMs. I thought it was stupid, like saying he's gone full. Well, I can't say the word here, but you saw what the word was.
Yeah.
Talking about how it was flat Earth and stuff like that. And then I commented on it, and then he says, "I don't get anything what he's doing because he's posted so many different memes with it." So yeah, so I didn't get it. So that was on me, but still though.
Yeah. So we'll navigate the waters because I mean it's hard now, man. The politics and the culture are intertwined, so it's hard. So we'll see how that goes. How did this year's halftime? Well, maybe I don't know if you're ready to talk about that yet, but as far as the nuts and bolts of the game, what are your takeaways? Do you really think the 49ers made any key errors? I'm seeing people say that. What were those errors?
It was on the last drive where when the Chiefs when they had the Chiefs right there, they had them at a 4th and 1.
Yep.
And like here's what happened. The Chiefs were playing zone on that entire drive except one, which that was that 4th and 1 play where Mahomes just ran.
Yes,
okay?
tough. Yeah.
And because they were playing zone and Mahomes was cooking them. And then they decided to do man on one play, which that was that play where Mahomes just ran for first down on the 4th and 1. So why didn't they just play man that entire drive? Because it wasn't working. They weren't making any adjustments right there.
Yeah, it's always the debate: are you going to do man or zone? That's on defense, and then Mahomes can scramble. So if you do man, you kind of have to have a spy on Mahomes because he'd just sneak for a yard. And I think that play was a designed quarterback sneak, right? Yes. Yeah, it was just a good play call, man. I mean,
why I don't know why they didn't put Fred Warner on Mahomes on that play right there to be the spy. I don't get it.
Yeah, it was a tough play call.
If Drake Greenlaw didn't get hurt, then he definitely would have been the QB spy, in my opinion.
Yep. So that was a difficult play for them, especially being down the man there. But, I mean, what are you going to do, man? The Chiefs are good. The whole game I thought the Chiefs were going to win. I just, you just look at Mahomes. He's so poised, and they come back a lot. They just figure out a way to somehow, and you're like, damn, how did they win? The Chiefs weren't even really that good to me this year, from what I saw. I mean, they weren't. I'm not saying they were bad, but I wasn't like, whoa, oh my gosh, the Chiefs.
Yeah, and the Chiefs are just going to get better next year because this year they had receiver problems, and this was the year. Because of that, this was the year to get them, and they didn't get them. They're going to address it in the offseason, so they're just going to get better.
I agree.
Because Mahomes is restructuring his deal.
Yep, I agree. You're going to get some young receivers in there, or at least one. And Travis Kelce, probably he still has a couple years left in him. Good, right? What's his contract? I don't know what's his contract.
30. He's either 34 or 35.
Oh, he's coming near the end, so he might have one year left.
Yeah, his brother,
if he doesn't
Jason,
retire now.
His brother Jason is most likely retiring. So yeah.
Do you think he's going to retire this year, Travis Kelce, or what?
No, he's not going to.
Okay.
They're going because something I can't get get into because this is the culture show. We can get into it later on in like one of our political shows. Let's just say they're going to be using Kelsey and Swift for something. I think you get what I'm referring to. So yeah.
Going into next in the political realm. We know that's coming and for sure. But TNT Cycles PDX, what's good? We're doing our culture show today, so we're going to be talking about some pop culture stuff. Haven't watched football in years since the Kaepernick controversy, and things have kind of been different. I know a lot of people have come back to the NFL. I've come back, but not nearly as much. I have not come back to basketball since 2020. And I don't think there's any other sports I really been following that closely. But what do you think about that, Ray? Do you think there's anything different, or is it just me? Since Kaepernick was before 2020, but
yeah, they're not openly saying they're political in their words. They're doing it with all their marketing, though. That's literally all they're doing. They're not coming out and being upfront about it because they still have what Brendan just said. It's still in the end zone, the end racism thing. But that's literally in every NFL stadium. Every field has that at the back of the end zone. Even in the regular season, it's still there.
We don't need that. Yeah, that's toxic to the culture. We talk about prestige culture dynamics here. That's not prestige. That's toxic. We're coming to watch a football game. What the hell does that have to do with anything? So it hurts the experience, and now it turns the whole football game into an argument about everything except for the football game. The football game's the least important part of it.
Yeah, the football can become just the backdrop for it just for their messaging. So yeah, but yeah, man, this is another thing we can get into. People are comparing Mahomes to Brady now. They really are. Well, they were comparing him to Brady after last year, and now they're especially doing it after they just won the Super Bowl right now. Here's my response to that. You have no right to say that. Here's why. Brady beat Mahomes twice in the postseason. Mahomes beat Brady in the regular season a couple times, but the Brady and Mahomes went head to head against each other twice in the postseason. One in the AFC title game with the Patriots and the Chiefs at Arrowhead in Kansas City, and the Patriots won. Brady beat Mahomes. And then don't forget what happened in the Super Bowl about a year or so later, and when the Bucs played the Chiefs. The Bucs destroyed the Chiefs right there. Mahomes couldn't do anything. Brady just walked right over all of them. So, sorry, that debate, even if Mahomes gets 7 rings, he's not going to be considered better than Brady. No, not to me. And he won't even be on that level because Brady, he's in the level, he's on a playing field by himself. No one can touch that, in my opinion. I just don't think anyone can.
No, it's natural to bring him up because it's almost like the Tiger Woods. You're wondering if you project over his career, is he going to get to it if he keeps on this pace and he's so young? But you're right, he's not even close. I mean, he's not even halfway to Brady right now. Brady has 7, right? And Mahomes does Mahomes
3.
have 3? Mm-hmm. So he's not even halfway there yet. He would need 4 more. That's how many Montana has. 4, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He would need a Montana's career, which is possible, but that's a hell of a projection to get another on top of what he already has, another Montana to tie. And then, like you said, even if he tied Brady, that's not enough to be considered better. So you're right.
Yeah, but Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith are make excuses for Mahomes by saying like, well, Mahomes didn't have an offensive line in that Super Bowl. Sorry, just because he did not have an offensive line, you can at least make the game competitive. And the game was not competitive whatsoever. So
no, I'm not buying any excuses there. You can say what you want about Brady, but Brady just always made it happen. I mean, he made it happen. He was always poised. He was always there. They had that lucky one against was that him against Seattle? No.
Are you talking about where Seattle didn't run the ball?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Or
that was so brutal for Seattle.
Or when the Falcons blew a 28-3 lead.
Well, that was Brady though. Right? Yeah. Didn't Brady led that comeback? That was that was an overtime game, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep. Brady led that comeback.
And Kyle Shanahan, who was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons in that game, is the head coach of the 49ers. So
Yep.
And like this game and the one before in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs a few years ago, he had a 10-point lead over the Chiefs and continued to throw the ball. He didn't run the balls when he really could have just ran the clock out.
Yep. And he's good. Don't get me wrong. Kelsey, he was the offensive coordinator for the Browns for a little bit. I think maybe only 1 year, but he's a hell of a coach. So nothing against the 49ers. I like the 49ers, and I think they're going to have a bright future. They have a great coach. They got a young quarterback who's, I think, at least decent. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the future.
Yeah. And I also tweeted this out. I'm sure you might agree with this. Tom Brady should be the new NFL commissioner.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. He has the face for it. He's a smart businessman, and he's been posting some base stuff. He's really kind of, now that I'm seeing his personality a little bit, he's very kind of it's not totally surprised. Remember, he was the first one that wore that hat from back in the day. But he's kind of conservative, not politically. I'm just like a little C, like traditional conservative a little bit in his views, at least that he's posting online. So I like that he's not afraid to be who he is. I like him a lot more now that he's not playing. I didn't really know much about him when he was a player. He didn't really do much as far as being out there other than the health stuff. And now he's actually kind of likable. Oh, did you get your mic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Continue.
Yeah, so I'm for that. But how did that come up? I didn't follow how that even. Are you just throwing that up for topic?
Yeah, I just threw it. I just tweeted it out there.
Yeah. Do you want to get into the conspiracy, Jordan Lott? Let's talk about it. I honestly don't get the conspiracy theories. So you know me, Ray. I'm not afraid of a conspiracy theory. I just don't get it. Oh yeah, thanks. You got a rigged Super Bowl. What are we talking about? Jordan Lott, I don't know if Jordan's joking a little bit or what, but what did we talk about is it rigged because of the Kelsey and Swift relationship?
Well, that could be part of it, but there's theories that the NFL has always been rigged. I haven't really bought into it that much until really right now because of all the Swift stuff. There's just way too many coincidences. Like this is an example. You could argue this is just how things go, but this is just something I've seen. What you know something about the Cowboys? In the first 30 seasons of the NFL in the Super Bowl era, the Cowboys made 16 NFC Championship games. 16. So that means they made just a little more than half of them in the first 30 years of the Super Bowl era. And it's Super Bowl era. And then the next 30 years, the Cowboys have not even gotten to one NFC Championship game. How does that happen?
That's a heck of accomplishment of failure if it's organic. I hear what you're saying. There's motivation to rig it, but I just think the NFL is a tough one, a really hard one to rig.
Well,
I mean, you can.
Carlos, he sent me something interesting like a couple weeks ago. This is what it was. He was showing me a clip of like when the Chiefs were playing the Dolphins in the wild card game a few weeks ago, and literally they were showing this one play where like I forgot whether it was a receiver or running back from the Chiefs was running with the ball, and like a bunch of the Dolphins were backing up, defenders were backing away and letting him get the first down. And then when he got the first down, just started tackling him. So that was just something that was incredibly odd for me. It was really odd. And like I've seen multiple of these. Like I went back and I looked at some of these, a bunch of other videos, and I've seen very similar things. Yeah. And also another thing, I'm not sure if you watched the Cowboys game where they got destroyed by the Packers a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Yeah, I did see that whole game.
Did you see the interceptions the two interceptions that Dak Prescott threw? It's like he was intentionally aiming for the Packers defenders, intentionally. And he threw a bunch of other passes that hit the Packers right in their hands, but they just dropped the ball. It's like he was aiming for them.
Yeah, it's tough. I think for them, it's stress. I think there's a lot of weight on their shoulders. I faintly remember. I don't remember like the situation for those, but when you look at rigging the NFL, there is motive. See, whenever there's something like this, what's that?
Well, there's rigging. Well, there's another thing that Adam said. He said there's rigging and there's also scripted. Like you see in the thumbnail that I created, I used AI. It's Travis Kelce reading a script. So I just typed into Discord Travis Kelce reading a script, and that's what I got in the AI images. So yeah. So yeah. And like I'm not sure if you've seen this video. It just came right up to me. Are you aware of the Arian Foster video? Are you aware of it?
No.
He went on. He's a former NFL player. He went on a podcast and he admitted that at the beginning of every training camp, he would get a script dropped off at his locker. I can pull the video up.
For what? Yeah, pull it up if you got it.
I'm pulling this. You got to see this right here.
I can talk while you're doing that. When I look at conspiracy theories, I kind of look at it from the standpoint of means, motive, and opportunity. And this is the context of a typical criminal investigation. And there's definitely motive. That's clear for me. But I don't know if I see the full means, and that's what Ray's getting to. Ray's like, well, they do have the means. Let's take a look. Arian Foster reviews the script. What the hell? He was a running back, right, for the Texans. Yeah, he was a good player.
I liked watching him play.
He was a good player.
Yeah, but this is the video.
On Sunday, Aaron was going to come up and join the live stream with us and watch the football games for Championship Sunday. And he ended up not being able to come up. And then Billy and I got DMs from somebody being like, just FYI, Arian didn't watch a second of the football games today. I saw him just eating ramen on the Lower East Side. Yo, who the fuck? And so me and Billy were like, we know exactly where Arian went.
That checks out.
You went back to the place that we went
back
on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
What the fuck? Y'all got spies?
Well, dude, think about
That's
there's
crazy.
spies everywhere.
This is a city full of almost 10 million people, and somebody sent you a DM saying he's not watching the game. Yeah. That's insane.
Imagine if people had direct access to your boss like that, and just all of your activities in the off hours, if people see you, just send it straight to them.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's
It's
invasive, man.
It's crazy. I
Damn.
get DMs about Billy all the time
God
about what
damn.
he's doing on any given Friday night.
It's like a little Batman network.
Yeah. I mean, spoiler alert, he's at a bar. Just saw Billy at a bar. He thinks he's so sweet, but he's actually not. So Aaron, how was the ramen? Were you there for like 7 hours eating ramen?
It was 7 hours. I was there for like about 2 or 3.
Yeah. It is good ramen.
It's great ramen, man. It's good ramen, good company. I was enjoying my time.
Good,
Wow.
Good.
And I saw
I'm
part of the
skipping
first
to it
game.
where it was.
and then it was really boring.
Yeah, I see.
Go get some ramen.
Yeah. The second game was good.
Right
The
here.
Bengals
Yeah.
Chiefs
Sorry
game was
about that.
interesting at least.
That's fine.
Some shit happened at the end. So Aaron, it's funny, before we started taping, Aaron was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker.
Mhm.
And you would have to, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns.
What?
Mhm.
And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started? Or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We were really dedicated to it. So it was more so like that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like this is what goes on and this is
What?
we have to do
Mhm.
in order to
And this referee is going to miss this call.
Yeah,
because they
knew.
hate you
Yeah.
and they love the Colts,
Yeah,
that
it's like,
sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like, you
Yeah.
know, we know what's gonna happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
Yeah,
Yeah,
around
that
there.
was
Yeah.
2015.
Are they
and,
joking?
Oddly enough, yeah, the script
doesn't
writer-
sound
have
like
anything
it.
to do with that actually. It just had more so to do with they needed a change of scenery in Houston.
It was time to go.
Yeah, it was time to go. So they wanted to get everybody out of Houston. That was the ultimate goal. So that was what that was about.
Dang, that's a weird clip. It's one of those clips where I'm like, is he joking? Or it didn't sound like a funny joke.
And look what I and this was about a year ago. And look what I commented on the video when this actually aired. Only one thing I'm curious is why would Jerry Jones allow for the Cowboys to keep losing for 30 years? The most popular and most valuable team losing every year. I commented on that. And a bunch of people said some interesting stuff that says, follow the script, play by the code. My exact question, because they had their time for winning, because they're still making a lot of money even while losing. He's not even the script writer, Roger Goodell is. So there was a lot of stuff that people were telling me right there. So, yeah. So,
What is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess he was trying to say that. I'm just looking it up now. He said that I don't know if he said it. People are trying to phrase it like he was joking.
It doesn't sound like he's joking right there to me.
That's weird. Yeah, because it didn't sound like it was like he was delivering a line. I don't know, man.
Like, look at this one right here. Imagine the script for Tom Brady when he found out Falcons was going to blow a 28-3 lead. Can you imagine if you were Brady in that situation and you got the script that says that? So,
Yeah, I'm still not fully sold. It's just too much to script, and it's such a hard sport because everybody's got to be on board with it. Otherwise, it'll take one play to mess it up potentially.
But this one's actually probably the best in the comments. The author of Deshaun Watson's scripts in the last 4 years needs to be arrested. So,
so they're having fun with it. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I still need the means. I don't see the opportunity or even the means to script it. Now, is there some like people trying to throw a game because of gambling and stuff? Oh, I fully believe that. But to script the whole thing, I still don't see it.
Do you remember a few years ago the Saints and Rams game in the NFC Championship game where that clear pass interference was not called? You remember that?
One that sparked the big argument about it. Yeah,
in both there was one referee in front and one referee in the back.
Yeah, it was
there's
so
no excuse for that. No excuse. Or the Des Bryant catch game. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was against Green Bay
Packers.
Yeah,
in 24.
Yeah,
coming up. It's just this upcoming year will be 10 years since.
Wow, I like that because I was a Des Bryant. The Cowboys are my second favorite team. I was a Des Bryant fan, but that was a tough one. Yeah, it was up at that. I remember watching. It was on the top left corner, touchdown, right by the pylon, or the catch, I believe. Right, it was going to be right by the pylon.
He was down at the 1 yard line.
Yep.
And they said it was an incomplete catch and there's no excuse for that.
Yep. I remember that.
And the NFL years later came out and said, "Oh yeah, it was actually a catch." So.
Yep. Yeah, stuff happens there, but
no. Or
some people are saying rigged. Wow. Damn, I want some ramen too, man. I love ramen. See, I've kind of given up eating late at night, but I used to eat a bowl of ramen, believe it or not, late night. That's not good. But I love ramen noodles so much.
Me too. I mean, I haven't had any in like 4 months maybe. So maybe I got to get some when I go to the store later. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tone Doc, stop! No. It's not funny, man.
I saw that meme earlier.
Did you see that meme earlier? I was like, man, y'all wilding, man. Y'all wild. Even I am like, wow.
If you saw some of the dark memes on Twitter
dark.
all day, that's not even the darkest one. So
wow.
Yeah, there were darker stuff. So yeah, stuff I can't get into right here. So yeah. But,
Tone Docs, did you see that meme too, or are you just doing your own darkness?
Yeah, it's so interesting.
But people are posting that meme when it looked like the Chiefs might lose, And people are going hard. Let's talk about this. People are going hard at Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce came in, walked into the arena with the sparkly black. What did you think about that outfit?
He was dressed like a male stripper. So yeah, I'm not joking. That's what he was dressed like. So
He was kind of like from the 90s because they're wearing baggy stuff now. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you wear like that, if you wear something like that, or if you wear something like jorts, it's pretty obvious where you stand with things. So yeah, like
Travis Kelce.
like jorts, like stuff like that. Like jorts are not allowed to be worn in my house. They're not allowed to be. Like those are just no. Like, oh my god!
Just showing it, no audio. He's walking in. My take on this was you know what? I think he came in like a boss. I'm not gonna lie, because listen. So he came in. Why do you think he came in with the glitter? He was like, I gotta shine. I guarantee you. No. I know. I'm good with the jokes, but no. I think he seriously came in like,
no.
This is my time to shine. So you got the black with the shiny. I think he looks like a boss, man. I'm not gonna lie.
What are the odds that Taylor was the one who gave him that suit, or at least bought it for him?
She could have. That would be, I could see her doing that. I could see her doing that.
Like, I'm sorry, my woman, you're not buying me anything like that. No. You're not allowed. If you're gonna buy me stuff, you're not buying me anything like this. No.
I don't know, man, because it didn't look feminine to me.
It looks feminine. Like,
I don't know, man. That looks masculine to me, man.
Did you see that? Did you see this? The image of this next to Michael Obama? Did you see it? Someone posted.
Oh yeah. Michael Obama wore a similar outfit. Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry. No. I'm sorry. No.
I don't know. I like it, man. He got the shades on. He got a little bit of the chain. Now, the part of it that's a little questionable is why did they wear the purse? Yeah, you know where I was going. That's a little questionable. It's like a big purse. I mean, that's the merce, right? The man purse, I guess. That's the part. Like, if he would have came in like, I don't know.
Suitcase.
Yeah. Like, I'm coming to work, but I just he has a little flair for fashion. I think I like his style. I like that they're not doing the tight stuff anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not form. You know the skinny pants. Looks like the skinny stuff is kind of out now a little bit.
Yeah. So it was just weird, man. Like you remember this was during the COVID years where during the 2020 Super Bowl, or was it 2020? It was 2021. It was during the COVID era.
Mm-hmm.
And Mahomes, when he came into the stadium, he was wearing a mask, so a diaper, so whatever. Yeah.
Well, everybody was kind of doing it.
Well, when Brady came in, he wasn't wearing anything. He was
Brady's more based. Yeah. Looking back at it, Brady was more based.
Yeah, that's why it's also reason why he's the GOAT, because he's an alpha. And if you're an alpha, you can be a GOAT. If you are a beta, you can't be a GOAT. You can't. You just can't be.
I agree completely. Like you look at Jordan and you look at all the greats. It's no
Ali.
question. Yep. Yeah. Mahomes won't ever be in that. He'll always be looked upon fondly, but I think you raise a good point. He's just not his style, and that's fine. Be who you are. But I mean, who cares? You're a beast. You're a dog. You know what I mean? It's not a diss to say, well, you're one of the best quarterbacks ever. You're just not Brady. That's not a diss, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Tone Doc says that was not the place for that outfit. It's perfect for a club scene, but for the Super Bowl, it gave haters some meat to chew on.
No, not even a nightclub. It's not good for that either, in my opinion.
Ray's just like, I'm out on it.
Here's something. If he was wearing like a white suit, okay, fine then. I would have no issue with that. Just a white suit, I would have no issues. But a glitter thing that looks too this feminine, I'm sorry, I just can't buy into it.
He came in and fun fact, Travis Kelce, believe it or not, we went to the same high school, not at the same time. Obviously, 15 years. Well, probably
Ohio?
11 years. Yep. Cleveland, Travis, look it up. Travis Kelce went to Cleveland Heights High School. He's about 11 years younger than me, though, but we both went to Cleveland Heights High School.
Interesting.
Yep, fun fact.
What if you found out he had the same locker as you after you left? He got the same locker. What if you found that out?
I'd be like, hey, I say, cut me a check, bro. I need some royalties on that. Gave you some luck. The
You
Super
still there,
Bowl.
Osiris?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. TNT Psycho says the whole team
Yeah.
should be in a suit. I agree with you, but it's just the new age stuff. Everybody has their own flair or whatever.
Yeah. And also, I'm not sure if you saw this, but this was like this Super Bowl was the first Super Bowl where like like how at clubs you have these round seats
I'll
where
show
like
you.
and your buddies gather around
Yep.
and you just drink. This is the first Super Bowl that had that. And it was right on the field. Well, right next to the field on the ground.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, this is the first Super Bowl where they did this club type seating, and it's right here.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
I think
bottle
I think
service
they-
and everything.
I think the reason they did this was because it was in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. So they had to probably charge obviously a grip to make up for the seats they would have normally had there. So those were really probably really expensive because who knows how many people they can fit. They could fit more people in just regular seats, but you got the bottle service, you got the higher price, you're in the front row. I mean, it looks kind of dope. I mean, it's a good idea.
Can you imagine if you saw Elon, Beyonce, who else could be there? There was a couple others that were there. There was Elon Musk, Beyonce, there was a couple others there that were like down there. Can you imagine like just like each of them having one of these right next to each other? Like, can you imagine that kind of celebrity power?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think other Super Bowls will do this, but they didn't really show this during the game too much, did they? I didn't see this at all.
No, I didn't see it once.
Yeah.
They didn't even show Elon at all during the Super Bowl.
I was about to say that. They said Elon was at the game.
With his son.
Yeah. I saw a picture on, people posted it on X, but I didn't see it on the TV broadcast. Wow. They showed Jack Dorsey, they showed Jay, they showed Bay, they showed obviously Ice Spice and them. Who else? What others? They showed a bunch of celebrities.
Was Ye there?
I didn't see Ye. I don't. Maybe he was. I didn't see him.
I don't know. I thought maybe he did show up or something because I saw someone post something that he may have shown up or not. So yeah, I don't know if he did or not. I'm just saying I saw something on Twitter.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have. They probably would not have shown him on the broadcast. Everything is being divided. We're living in two different worlds almost. Elon Musk, one of the richest guys, you could say, other than the banking family, one or two richest guy in the world, owner of X, Tesla, all that. Tesla's one of the best American companies that's ever existed, and they don't show him once on the broadcast. Wow!
Last year they showed him with Murdoch, the owner of Fox. What's his name? Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the same suit with Rupert Murdoch.
I remember that. That caused a big stir. Yeah. So why no hot tub? That's next, TNT.
That would have been great, actually. That would.
I think that'd be But they need to show it during the game.
I would have gotten if they had something like that, and I had that kind of money. I would, of course, gotten the hot tub seat. I would have.
Absolutely, man. If you're gonna spend it, upgrade, get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what else did you see about the game? Like, who else did you see that showed up?
As far as celebs, that's unless I missed it. Now I'll be honest with you, we had the game up and I was tweeting a lot, and I was just watching plays, so I might have missed it. But it's in the chat, let me know if you saw any more. So they didn't really show that many celebs that I saw. Usher, of course, but those are the only ones I saw. Yeah,
they showed her all game, which got what annoying.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Who else was with her? Ice Spice, and who else was with her?
That satanic woman. So yeah,
that's Ice. You talking about Ice Spice with the upside down cross?
That was Ice Spice.
Yeah, I think it was Ice Spice with the fro.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
yeah, that was Ice Spice.
I didn't know who that was. So I knew Ice Spice was there. I just didn't know that was Ice Spice. So
yeah. I don't know about her and the anti-Christian stuff, but she was doing the devil horns. But that's that's a metal thing too, though. I don't know, but she's not a metal head, so that's what I mean. Like, what was she trying to say with the devil horns?
Yeah,
LeBron James was there. Jordan Lott says LeBron James was there.
I know he was there
must have missed
last
that.
year.
Yeah, I must
So,
have
yeah.
missed that. Whenever there's some shine, LeBron James is going to find it if he can. Most of
Interesting.
the
Most of the celebrities I recognize are dying of old age, which I have to agree with him on that. A
I
lot of
know.
them are.
I know. I had to show my kids that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was a big star. My kids are like, who's that dude? I'm not the old guy now where I got to explain who these old people are. Even Ludacris.
Jordan, don't go there, man. Do not
LeBron
go
for
there.
president. He's joking.
Yeah.
He's just joking. He wanted to trigger you,
No.
Ray.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started.
Jordan tried to trigger you, Ray. He doesn't. Jordan's a libertarian, man. He doesn't want LeBron James for president.
Yeah.
But let's talk about before the game. I don't think this is political. It's more social. I mean, there is politics way behind it. But what are your thoughts, Ray? We'll take a little left turn here. They, before the game, played the Black National Anthem. Now, the Black National Anthem is Lift Every Voice and Sing. It is let me actually bring that up. It is an absolutely beautiful song. I think it is a wonderful song.
Let you know
What's that?
this. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest when I say this. When I started the game, it was a little after the game had already started. So, yeah.
Well, it was you didn't miss too much. And there was a fumble, but nothing came from it. But she sung, Andra Day sung the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. And it's a beautiful song. And I just hate to see people be manipulated and used identity-wise. And there are a lot of beautiful songs that I wouldn't want to be played before a national event. And that song and a lot of beautiful things end up getting used in an attempt to divide us. Why in the United States of America? Why in basically an unofficial holiday? Why before a national event where you're going to play the national anthem? Why in the world would you ever play a Black national anthem before the game? That's my take on it. Ray, what's your thoughts?
Why would they play a Black national anthem? What I want to say, I'm not sure I can say this right here, at least directly. Here's just what I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
It's intentional disrespect to America. That is the way I am taking it, because with all the propaganda that has been being shoved down our throats, it's just clear as day is what they're trying to accomplish right here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think what we can do is always twist it towards what does it mean for our culture? And what it means for our culture is they want to make sure whatever we do for fun outside of politics and coming together as a country, whatever we do gets tainted, whether it's the Olympics. Remember, we had that issue with the Olympics, some people not putting their hands on their heart, some people sitting down. We can't even have the national anthem. It means that there has to be poison poured into our cultural events for other reasons outside of just coming together to enjoy a football game for 4 hours. And it just sets the tone. It just sets the tone for an event that gets tainted before it starts. So what's next? Are we going to do a white national anthem? Why not? Why not? What's going to be the white national anthem?
Well, did you see what was trending earlier today on Twitter too?
No, what's that?
I'll for the culture aspect, I'll rephrase it. Mustache Man was right. That's what was trending, but the actual word was trending.
Oh, okay. See what happens is, thank you for bringing that up. You play the Black national anthem before the Super Bowl. You're only fostering more of that counter perspective. You're fostering an environment, and that's what they want. And you're feeding into it with going down the funny mustache man was right, is going down this clash. and you have no choice but to head on. But you see what it does. It causes, oh, well, what's the white national anthem, or what's the Asian American national anthem? How many national anthems get played before the game now? Who else has a national anthem? Should we create one for another group? I mean, it sounds like little kids, but that's really where it goes. And if you don't stop it, then why wouldn't it go there? You have to go there.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to get into politics, but this is what it's going to lead to. Eventually, there's going to be an LGBT whatever national anthem.
Yep.
Then a Pride national anthem, an Asian national anthem, and so on and so forth. It's just going to keep going. It's not going to stop, man. So yeah.
If this is culture, so I think this is perfectly fine. If I were into the rainbow the coalition, not the classic, like the new rainbow coalition of the LGBTQ, if I was a part of that, I would be right now writing the lyrics for a national anthem to go with their flag.
Do you know how much money you would make off that?
If you could, I don't know, I'm not a business person, but you're right. If you could license it, get the right melody for it, get the right marketing, that's what's next. You get that, and then now that's going to be played before potentially some events. You get that bubbled up. Of course, that would be next in line.
Hike, Martin. Hike, man.
Boring Life? What's up, Boring Life?
What he just said,
Boring Life says you can't play this unless you've had gay sex. Yeah, so TNT Spikels PDX has a great point. So I said, what's the white national anthem? Great point by TNT Cycles. What they're saying is the national anthem is the white supremacist national anthem. That's exactly what's happening. That's why they have to have the black one. So here's my thing. If you do an event, I'm not in with ththese black imams and stuff like that, but when I was younger, we used to go on every Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We used to go to one of the libraries in I think it was the East Cleveland Library. I forget which one. And they would have just a presentation talking about Martin Luther King Jr. and they would play that to start it off. I think if you go to an event that's overtly a black event, or it's not a nationwide event, that's fine. I don't have a problem. It's a great song. That's how I learned the song. Beautiful song. But every song has its place and purpose. And I'm not gonna be for people using my skin color to taint a football game.
Yeah.
Bobby Ballbags, what's good? Friend of the show. Catching the live says it's funny that they themselves legitimately believe whites have always been better. Yeah, I mean, that's their philosophy. So you see it's so much different than, we never really had these. Remember Whitney Houston? That was 1991. Whitney Houston sung the national anthem in 1991, and everyone loved it. Black people, white people. I mean, there was no everyone loved it. We were ignorant to some of the political stuff, but the culture was much more healthier.
Yeah, so yeah. And and I also tweeted this out earlier too. I'm not sure if you saw this or not, but like I said, like how Ye said when he went on Timcast, he said he used to think he was more Malcolm X than MLK, but then found out he was more MLK than Malcolm X. I said I'm like the reverse of that. I used to think I'm more MLK than Malcolm X, but then I found out I'm more Malcolm X than I'm MLK. So yeah, I just recently found that out from a lot of stuff that I've been looking into recently.
Oh yeah. The only problem with Malcolm X was he was not. I think it's fair to say pre-Mecca he was pro-violence. He wasn't a violent person himself, but he wasn't.
At first, you could say that, but he changed later in his life.
Yeah.
That was well obvious. He became more like self-defense.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Into.
Yep. As he matured. I mean, we all mature. I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago, much less. So yeah, Malcolm X had some great what a debate. He was a debate bro, not afraid to debate anybody, anytime, anywhere, with no notes. Just a completely well-read type of guy, and a philosopher. I am much more in the Malcolm X camp.
Yeah.
I mean, people might be surprised by that. I'm not sure, but much more than the MLK camp.
Yeah, me too. And I said this: he was way ahead of his time before anyone else. Way ahead.
Yep. He saw it. He was like playing chess with this stuff, and saw it. But I joked earlier that Malcolm X probably would have been shunned by some of the same black people
women
today. Yeah, especially black women. But yeah.
Yeah. I said like you know how black women hated Kevin Samuels and celebrated when he passed? Imagine if you had Malcolm X instead.
Yep. It would have been that times a million. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, Malcolm X was probably arguably the most base person you could think of. Arguably.
Yep.
I changed my I'm not sure if you saw this, I changed my Twitter cover photo. Not my main one, but my cover one. It's a really interesting one. You got to check it out. It's with Malcolm X in it. You got to check it out, man. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, look at it. You'll see what it is. You're going to love it. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, dope. I think I saw you post that, didn't you?
Yeah, I posted it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Now there's this commercial that's going on. You talked about it. The Jesus one.
Where they were insulting Christians. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. This ad here. I'm gonna get your opinion on this. And this is Super Bowl commercial. I mean, this is in the realm of Super Bowl. They brought up all kinds of stuff. This commercial said Jesus didn't teach hate; he washed feet. And there's a lot. This is the number one topic from the Super Bowl on my feed. That just tells you about my personal feed where people are at. And this is a minute long.
Yeah.
Let's just play through it.
I'm not sure. Are you allowed to play the sound in it?
Are you? Well, I don't think they'll take it down. We're not monetized or anything. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the money. So this is it's showing different people. It's showing different people literally pouring water. It looks like AI images almost. I don't know if these are real images.
I think they are.
It could be AI images and showing them washing someone's feet. And at the end, it says, Jesus didn't teach hate. He washed feet. So this is Sovereign Bra, who's really, really good on social media, said, what a subversive Super Bowl ad. Jesus didn't just wash feet. Jesus called sinners to repentance, preached the gospel of salvation, and yes, he washed the feet of his disciples, which was symbolic of him cleansing us of our sin. What's your thought, Ray?
100% agree right there. 100% agree. Like, man, I wish we had Carlos right here because he could explain this. We got to do an episode of Prestige Culture Dynamics with him.
Oh, absolutely.
We can go in depth into Christianity. Now, I don't think we could have Steven on here on this show I just don't think we could have him on because we could go into some dark area right there. So yeah,
we can have him on, man.
Maybe not on this
show.
Well,
yeah, no, we do Rumble.
Show.
Yeah, no, it's a little spicy. I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, not on Prestige Culture Dynamics. We're trying to appeal to mass audiences as much as we can with this. But yeah, they're intentionally trying to say like, you guys are full of hate. Christians are full of hate, and saying by saying this, will Jesus just wash feet? The whole point of that is supposed to represent Jesus cleansing us of our sins with our repentance. So that's literally what it's supposed to mean. You're taking it as a means and spinning it around, trying to say like we Christians are full of hate. That's all we're full of. That's the way they're trying to portray this.
Yep. And I don't think hate's the right term, but I would say Jesus would say to walk away from, to avoid, to denounce evil. And that's where you're confusing the hate, I think. Not in a hateful way, but not to forgive evil. There was no preaching of that. And I think the ad, because the ad is so brilliant because it almost makes you look bad to say, no, I don't like the ad. You see what I mean, Ray? Because the ad says, basically, Jesus says, don't hate. Or I forgot the exact verbiage there. But so if you say, no, I don't like this ad, now you look like you hate.
Well, God did say, he literally said in the Bible, we have to hate evil. He literally said that.
Exactly. So exactly. So when it comes to evil, then yeah, you can't have tolerance of evil.
No. Like that's why I can't stand that satanic thing that was in that suit with Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
And you've seen a lot of these images of Taylor Swift doing some well, let's just say are we allowed to say it? Where these images of satanic type of stuff, particularly in her music. So yeah.
Yeah, I played a TikTok video on that.
So yeah, it's almost like they're almost like admitting it out loud. That's almost what it feels like.
Yep. Yep. Jesus had no tolerance for sin. You would have forgiveness, but there's qualifications for that. So you can't really do an ad like that. But I think that's an ad that there's a lot of things happening in the country because of toxic tolerance. We've talked about that. And I think that's one of those ads that tries to promote, here's this thing that's happening. You might not like it, but you have to be tolerant, right? Jesus said not to hate, right? See, that's what they're going, and it's beautiful social engineering. I don't know who's behind this group that's doing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter to me. It's what is the message? I don't like the message.
He said, don't hate others, just hate evil.
Yeah, for sure. Jesus said, love thy neighbor. That's true.
Pray for your enemies.
Yep, that's true. But false prophets and teachings, and I can say this potentially is false prophet and teachings, denounce. That was Jesus like, no. There's no love of that. So we got to really be clear about what we got to tell the whole. You can manipulate the Bible into supporting anything by just clipping out something and then not giving the context to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw this. I think this was in Matthew. It said where Jesus said that those who insult the Son of Man can be forgiven, but those who insult the Spirit and will not be forgiven in this age or the next age.
Yep.
So. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So and we're talking about different words like love, hate, tolerance, forgiveness. So it's hard to do in an ad, and you could tell that ad was done in a disingenuous way.
Yeah. I want to know who made that ad. I don't know who it was, but I want to know who it. Does it say at the end who made it?
Yeah, it's this group. It's what's the name of the group? The group is called, or the ad, they had these Super Bowl ads last year too.
I don't recall this.
Yeah, the same group, not the same ad, but the same group. It just says He Gets Us, I believe is what it's called. I don't know who's behind it though. He Gets Us.
Man, I really wish Carlos was right here. I wish he was.
Yeah. Now, one of the images was Christians washing the feet of a woman at an abortion clinic.
Wait. I didn't notice that.
I know, I didn't notice that either.
Wait, where?
They hit it in.
Where
Colin Rugg reports on the same ad. One of my favorite followers on X.
Mike. How did I not notice that right there?
They slick, man. They're slick, man.
Man,
they're slick. This is
Rewind
slick.
It. Rewind
Let me see which one. I don't know which one it is.
It was the one right before that. It was the one right before this. The one right before.
Here it is, right there. So it's 17 seconds.
Yeah,
seconds.
No, pause it. Make the screen.
Take a look at that, y'all. So that's not necessarily bad. It just depends on you can't just look at that and support it. You see what I mean?
And look, and here's something I'm not sure you see. It's by a motel, so it's probably supposed to be poor people trying to go to an abortion clinic. That's what it's supposed to represent right here.
Yep. I'm surprised the woman isn't black in the picture, so at least that's not.
Yeah. Is any one of these people black in this image? I can't tell.
Yeah, there's in the images there are, and other ones, but they really push the abortion stuff on black women a lot. But here's the thing. It could be a good, just looking at the picture, they do this type of stuff on purpose to say, whoa, you don't like, just because she went to an abortion clinic and might have committed sin. If she is showing that she's on the path of, I know it looks like she's almost like literally came out of it, but repenting, that's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
They're playing games. Yeah.
Because when I first saw this commercial, I didn't understand what it meant. And then then when I saw people commenting on that, I was like, oh. Yeah, because it just looked like a weird commercial. I didn't understand it.
I know the pictures looked AI. It does look weird. And so you have children that watch it, and then at the end of the commercial, Jesus didn't teach hate.
Go back. Let me see.
This one?
This one. These look no.
Oh,
that one.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like lesbians, particularly that one with the red hair. See? I think
yep.
Doesn't this almost look intentional right here? Like all these images are intentional right here.
Oh yeah, man. This is deep stuff. This is deep stuff.
Oh God.
I'll look into seeing if we know, if anybody in the chat knows who's behind these. Matt Walsh tweeted about that. He was like, I want to know who's behind this stuff. So do I.
Man, like we've gone off the rails in prestige culture dynamics. So we've gone off the rails.
Well, I mean, I think this is culture, man. I mean, the Super Bowl, this was a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Super Bowl ad. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Bobby Ballbag said, I can smell the redhead from here. Abortion has been worse for Black Americans as a whole than slavery ever was. Yeah. It's the silent Holocaust. What's that, Ray?
And I was gonna comment on there about the redhead. Her hair was short, if you notice. So
yeah,
that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's not a political show, but I mean, it's up to Ray. There was an ad from a politician that Jordan Lott supports.
I know.
Here's my thing: does it mean something from a culture standpoint? How would I define culture? Everything that's not politics. So anything that's not like this party politics, that party politics.
At least if it's not politics going and directly going into politics, then I would say it's culture. But like if it's directly in politics, then it's not culture.
So the ad was obviously a direct political ad, but does it say anything about our culture that that ad was played? And we're talking about RFK's ad. We're not going to get into the politics of it, but what does it say about the culture? I don't know if it does say anything.
Well, before I say that, someone on Twitter commented saying like he blew all of his campaign spending on that one Super Bowl ad. So yeah.
It was $7 million, I believe, and it was a retro ad. I believe it was it JFK? I forget who. It was a reading of one of his relatives. You know, he's a famous Kennedy, and it was an ad that hit me, and it caught my attention because it had a retro feel to it. Obviously targeted at people even older than myself. I'm 46 now. It's targeted at boomers.
Yeah. Boomers and what was the one before boomers? If someone in the live chat knows that the generation before boomers, let us know. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like the ad to me, like I think that was the only political ad, like direct political ad, correct? I believe that was the only one.
Yes, that I saw. Biden had one that I saw released before, but I didn't see it during the game.
After we're done with this, I'm not sure if you saw this about Biden, but he posted something immediately after the game ended. So
that was a culture post, though.
That was him. That makes me almost. That's adding even more to it. That think the NFL is rigged.
Yeah, he was joking about it. If you don't know Biden, but here's the. Well, I mean, I think that because he posted the dark Biden picture, didn't he? With it.
Yeah. This.
Yeah. So Joe Biden.
From his official Twitter account, he says, "Just like we drew it up." So, and this was immediately after the game ended. So,
I actually think that was a good tweet. I'm gonna give him credit or his people credit on that, because what's happening is culturally, you've seen some people go after Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce because of politics. But what that is, and they're going after them in cultural realm because they don't really talk about politics like that. So Joe Biden wants to get into that cultural battle. And how do you get culturally relevant? You get into it like that and say, well, now I'm going to joke around and say, yeah, it was rigged. Because now that makes you look kind of stupid to, say it was rigged. And then he does his dark Brandon me. I thought it was actually a good post, one of the better posts from him.
Yeah. Oh, a side note, George Santos liked one of my tweets. So.
Oh,
yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah,
you're going to be
people-
rising up.
George Santos, Kerry Lake, all of them have been liking a lot of my tweets that I send out. So yeah.
Yeah, you're good on there. I want to address this. Bobby Ballbag said, wait, I thought us whites don't have a culture. And I think we do, as far as a country, have a culture. And what you see is Black Americans trying to separate it out. To me, our culture is defined, and we're losing it, but it's defined from the Declaration of Independence. That's the culture of America. The life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. That's the culture there, and we're kind of losing that.
Yeah. Did you see what Usher wore during the halftime show? He was like he was wearing a dress. So I was like, what?
Wait, no, I didn't see the dress.
Well,
What
no,
the white outfit?
Not a dress. A very effeminate costume, I should say.
Okay.
Very effeminate.
Yeah,
Wasn't
he's
a
kind of. Yeah, he's a dancer, singer, so they all kind of. But let's talk about the halftime show. The halftime show was lit.
I didn't watch it. I just saw a bunch of images from it.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
I just couldn't get in. I just did not want to watch the halftime show. The last few
Don't blame you.
halftime shows have just been awful.
I don't blame you. Oh, this was good. But you see, Usher, his best songs were kind of like when I was coming, when I was coming up, and he's kind of fallen off now. But Usher is the best singer, dancer, entertainer that we've seen since Michael Jackson, to me, with the whole combination.
What? Don't you mean Tupac?
No, Tupac Tupac danced, but he wasn't not like Usher. And he danced as like a Humpty, he danced as like a backup hip hop type dude. No, Usher is the best dancer, singer, performer, entertainer since Michael Jackson. I mean, he's dancing the whole time. It's like a workout. I mean, you can see him sweating. I mean, you can see that he's conserving his energy because he's not trying to do too much, but he's still doing his choreography and singing at the same time. Then he came out on roller skates. That was dope. I liked that a lot. It was really cool to see him and the dancers out on roller skates. And then they brought out Luda, Alicia Keys, and Lil Jon, and was that CeeLo? There was a guy out there. I was like, is that CeeLo? I didn't even know if that was CeeLo or not.
I don't know because I didn't see the halftime. I just saw images from it.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. Someone posted a clip of Ludacris, but that was it though that I saw.
Yeah, Luda was dope. And who else was there featured in there? But it was good. The halftime show was good. It was tasteful. There was nothing in there, even really to me, even close to inappropriate. For kids, it was good. It was entertaining. Mm. And he performed live. You could tell he had the mic. The mic was on. He did lip sync. That was crazy. Usually they lip sync.
Yeah, people were saying that it was actually real singing. It wasn't lip singing.
It was
unlike last year. So
and they harmonized. They took risks. Alicia Keys and Usher just for a little bit, because when you're doing those live performances, it's hard to hear yourself. So it's very hard to sing it. Sometimes they do the lip syncing, not because they can't sing, it's because you can't hear yourself. So how do you know if you're in tune if you can't hear yourself? So they got the earpieces in, but it is very risky to sing because if the earpiece isn't working or if it falls out, you don't know what key, you're off. And it was flawless, man. It was very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just not a big fan of the halftime shows anymore. They're not really interesting as like they used to be. Like Michael Jackson's halftime show back in the 90s, was it 92 or 93, was phenomenal. It was legitimately phenomenal.
Yeah, that was one of the best ones.
Ray Charles was another good one, I think.
I don't remember that one.
I think he did.
Ray Charles?
Did he do one?
I don't remember.
I thought he did one. guys, I think Ray Charles actually did one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think he did.
Yeah, I don't. If he might, I just don't remember that one. I remember Beyonce. I remember Katy Perry. I remember. Was it Shakira recently?
Yeah.
I remember.
Eminem, Snoop
Yeah,
Dogg.
Eminem's was dope. Eminem was, and then they brought in 50 Cent, and 50 Cent was a little. As we get older, we get a
Dr.
little.
Dre.
We get a little larger.
Dr. Dre.
Yep, Dr. Dre. They recreated the 50 Cent moment where he came in upside down, and that was a joke. That was jokes. The Weeknd, was that his halftime? The Weeknd, remember he came out the tunnel. He was looking around.
Yeah. Yeah. If Tupac was still alive, do you think they would have gotten him to do one already?
That's a great question. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, too bad. Tupac, rest in peace. Somebody came out with an AI. Go search on YouTube. Tupac AI album. Unbelievable. Sounds just like Tupac. Got features on there from Aaliyah and DMX, obviously no longer with us, but amazing stuff, man. It sounds just like Tupac.
Yeah. Interesting.
No Oliver.
Hike, man.
Hike is my dude, man. What's up, Hike? We still call him Hike Martin, too. That's funny. People are like, who are you talking about? Boring Life. Oh, man. Could you imagine, Ray, if he came out like, people like me and people like you? That was...
You got to see Hike's. He's been posting a lot of memes lately. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of the reasons why, and we needed another memer part of our crew, and he's one of them that's been making memes for us. So yeah,
coming up, man. Yep, they're coming up, coming strong too. Appreciate you. Oh man, Kenya from Cali, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the football stadium is hard to hear as a performer. Yeah, and then the acoustics of the venue, much less. Even if you have an earpiece on, it could be loud and distorted and. Man, Usher's a professional.
I'm not. Did you see that? A fan ran onto the field during the game.
I did, but yeah, the fan wasn't even naked though. So I'm like,
he had
the shirt off. Yeah,
he was drunk and he ran. It was like in the middle of during when the Chiefs were running a play. So yeah, the reason they didn't call the play dead was because it was behind them. So
it was well off in them, and they contained them really. They were waiting for that, bro. I'm like, man, is it worth it? You got drunk and you're going to get, I don't know what.
It happens more often than you think.
Yeah, they just don't show it on the broadcast. But a dude ran up. He just had no shirt on. Looked like a pretty big dude. Had no shirt on and had khakis on or something like that. And so he ran onto the field and immediately had to lay down on the ground because he knew he was hemmed up. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's something to it. When something like that happens, I wonder... Like, was there something else going on that we don't know? Because it doesn't make sense.
Can you imagine blowing $100K on the Super Bowl tickets and to just run onto the field and waste all of it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's got to be some type of rich person or something. Like, yeah, how do you do that?
Has to be a rich person.
Yeah, and then you got to pay for the legal fees too. Representation and everything.
Yeah, that is just weird. Like
MK Ultra gone wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but like there was I forgot who this YouTuber was, but like he literally ran onto the field during a Super Bowl and NBA Finals and what's the soccer thing again? I forget what the soccer championship. I forgot what it's called. But he literally ran out onto the field in the court during all three of them. And he did during live TV. He was a big YouTuber. I'm trying to figure out what his name was.
Weird.
Vitali? Was it Vitali? I think, is that how you say his name? I'll have to look it up again, but he literally ran onto the field during all three of them. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. People are crazy.
Yeah, but he did it just for shock value for his YouTube channel.
People do anything for clicks and views. The other thing that went viral was Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid.
Yeah, the meme. It's a meme now already. It's a huge meme.
It's a meme template. It's kind of already played out, but it's a lot of funny memes with it. And he lost his temper, man. He actually came up on Andy Reid in an inappropriate way. He touched him, pushed him a little bit because that was the play. There was the fumble, and he wasn't on the field.
Yeah, because like the Chiefs got, I believe, a 1st and goal. then Andy Reid pulled him for the play, and then on that play, the Chiefs fumbled.
Yeah, and I don't blame Travis Kelce for being upset. I mean, your tight end needs to be on the field in the red zone. Your Hall of Fame potential, he's going to obviously be a Hall of Famer. He's got to be on the field. That doesn't make any sense.
Charlie Kirk tweeted out when that happened that he should be benched for the whole game. For the remainder.
You can't do that. Charlie Kirk is.
You can't do that.
No.
I don't think you can imagine the backlash from that in the Super Bowl.
No, you're not doing that. Especially when you have a relationship with him. Come on.
And he's the only weapon the Chiefs had on offense. So
yeah, that would be crazy. Way. Yeah, but that's Charlie Kirk's just venturing in. He knows that. He's just venturing into the cultural wars against Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce promotes a medical therapeutic product that a lot of people are not a fan of, and then the political stuff. So Charlie Kirk's getting in there. Everybody on that side was getting in on Travis Kelce, making fun of what he was wearing, making fun of how he looks, making fun of yelling at Andy Reid.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow, TNT Psychos thinks he should have been sent to the locker room, but you can't, not for the Super Bowl.
You can't.
Maybe for a regular season game, maybe.
I don't think you could. I don't think they could contain the riot in Kansas City if that happened.
Oh yeah, I agree. What do you think if it was a regular season game?
Depends on how meaningful the game was.
Yeah, I agree.
Would they get if it was like getting the number 1 seed in the AFC? Then there's no way you could do that. But if it's just like a regular game that would have no effect, then maybe you could think about that. But no, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't. Andy Reid's pretty even keel. I don't. He wasn't trying to hurt him or anything. So no, I don't think you do it.
But he was angry though, and
so. Yeah, he was right to be angry.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have put his hands on him.
Though, no, he crossed the line by pushing him because Andy Reid kind of got pushed back a little bit. I was like, dang.
And Andy Reid slammed his stuff, what he was holding, down on the ground when that happened. So
I didn't see that. He slammed it on the ground?
He when Travis Kelce did that, he slammed it, and then, it just got,
Yeah. So it's all, they won now, so there you go.
Yeah. Bobby, I'm not sure he would care if he was being fined. He's making $20 million a year from a certain company that we will not name in this podcast.
He does not care. I agree.
Well, that company was literally the sponsor of the Super Bowl, so it was in when they were brought it up. Sponsored by, Yeah.
No, you're right. I mean, there's nothing you can really do to charge him or whatever, or fine him. That's not going to work.
Yeah. So people have been fined for much less, but like I said, he wouldn't care though. He just wouldn't care whatsoever. And plus, he's still making. Plus with him being with Taylor Swift, he's making way more money than that. So it'd be whatever you find him, it would be pennies. That's literally what it would just be for him.
Yeah, we're waiting to see if they were gonna. Are they engaged or what's the deal with those two?
I thought I said this a couple weeks ago that they're gonna rig the Super Bowl for the Chiefs to win, and then after the game, Travis Kelce would propose to Taylor Swift. Apparently, he didn't propose to her, from what I've heard. He hasn't, at least. But the Chiefs, how there's a giant parade in the city that wins the Super Bowl a few days or a couple weeks after. There's still a possibility it could happen there.
Yep, I agree. I think we're still looking out for something like that to break from that side of things. But do you think this is going to be a new trend in the NFL? Because, I had that article up where Taylor Swift.
What's next? Are they going to have a player get together with Beyonce? So, yeah.
No, that's not. Jay put a hit on somebody. Oh, J-Lo?
Jennifer, J-Lo. Who else could there be?
Yeah, J-Lo looks amazingly good for her age. It's unbelievable.
Let's just say,
how old is she? She had the 50s. Commercial.
She's in her
50s. Wow.
Let's just say, she has her assets. She has them. They look better than a lot of women that have assets in their 20s.
They
look better. We'll just
J-Lo's 54 years old,
and she doesn't look it.
I mean, I know she's got makeup on and all that, but I mean, she looks out. She in that commercial, she looks unbelievable for 54 years old. That's amazing.
Yeah, but I guarantee you they may try to get Beyonce, J-Lo, or someone else to get together with an NFL player so they can make more money.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if you know this, but the Kansas City Chiefs added anywhere from $200 million to $300 million plus in the team's value since Taylor Swift got together with Travis Kelce.
Yeah. So I think this could be a trend. You've got more women watching now as well.
Jordan, I didn't even think about that.
What's that?
Yeah, a player dating Cardi B. I wouldn't doubt that whatsoever.
Yeah, you could have Cardi B getting this. Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if I'm not sure if I should say this, but imagine if they try to get someone with J-Lo. Imagine so.
Wait, but why do you keep saying J-Lo? She's with Ben Affleck, right?
I mean, not J-Lo. A Lizzo.
Oh,
not J. Yeah.
that's a hell of from J-Lo to Lizzo is a hell of a difference.
I made a mistake. I meant
No,
Lizzo.
no.
I didn't mean J-Lo.
No,
so.
that's fine. But now we talk about Lizzo. I don't think the Lizzo angle would be as impactful. Well, you know, let me take that back. Let me take that back. No, it would be. It actually would be. It could even be more because it would give a lot of fodder to conversation. It would have to be an offensive lineman, right? It would have to be one of those big. It would have to be one of the big. No, it seriously would.
Or
You
a
couldn't
defensive
have
tackle or a defensive lineman. So probably a defensive tackle.
Yeah,
or the
you'd
big
have a
guys in the middle.
Yeah. You wouldn't have a little wide receiver with Lizzo. That'd be wild.
I just hope to God if they do something like that, it's not a cowboy. I just hope to God. Well, hi.
Is Dak married?
Hi, look what Hikes said.
A punter.
Yeah, but yeah, Dak is he's not married. But his girlfriend is pregnant and is due any day now.
Okay, so it wouldn't be Dak. I was just about to say, man, Dak would get some points for being with a larger woman.
Micah has a girlfriend, has a kid with her. Trevon Diggs, he has a kid with a woman. So
okay.
DeMarcus Lawrence. So there, I don't know who else there could be. So I just hope to God it's not a cowboy.
Bobby Ballbags, though, man. Bobby Ballbags said Lizzo and Brock Purdy.
No! Well,
I know
Brock
he has
Purdy,
a fiance.
So,
I know, but that's not the point. The point is the funny visual. How about that? Like next season of the NFL, Brock Purdy's back. I don't know. He might get a new contract, right? Or he's gonna be.
No, he's under contract for 2 more years.
2 more years? Wow. So
because
he's gonna be
a rookie.
Because he's a rookie. He's gonna be under contract for 2 more years. He comes back. He's ready for another go. And then they say he's with somebody. He's with somebody new. It's Lizzo. Like what? Oh my gosh.
Who else?
That would be so funny.
Who else could there be? Let me think of this. Christian if she was with Christian McCaffrey.
Lizzo and McCaffrey. Oh my gosh.
God.
See, Boring Life said we're writing the script. Yeah, you're right. We're kind of writing the script.
We should be on the writing on the NFL writing staff. So yeah.
Oh! Britney Spears is single. Britney Spears is single, isn't she?
Yeah. Like, did you see? I'm not sure if Hike sent it to you, but he sent me a Britney Spears video yesterday.
The
about
one
her
with
in a devil suit. Like,
yeah, that was wild. I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've seen any of the Britney Spears stuff, it's disturbing. Something's not right.
You feel bad for her because the drugs really took a toll on her. Really did.
Yeah.
They took a toll on Ye. So yeah.
Wait. What do you mean?
Did Ye?
Did Ye do drugs?
Yeah. Remember, he literally said it on Timcast because they put him in a mental.
Oh, you mean like the medical drugs though?
Yeah, that's still though. When I say drugs, that's the same thing.
Yeah. I agree. I didn't know. I thought you were talking about like other drugs. He might have, but I didn't hear about that. Okay.
Yeah, but I think did Britney? I think Britney did the same kind of drugs that Ye did. Did she? Similar. At least I think so. I could be wrong, but I believe it was.
So
yeah.
I a while back. What do you see?
or I got something better. How about Andy Reid and Lizzo?
Oh wow, that's a good one. That's
could
actually
work.
a good one.
That could
That
work.
could work.
Actually.
That could work. They all have interracial couples in their ads now. Like every single ad has a black somebody with a white somebody, which is I have no problem with that. My wife is white, if you don't know, but that would fit the script. You know, you could have white Andy Reid with Lizzo. That'd be a great couple, actually. That'd be a power couple.
But imagine not just the people in the writers' room writing these ideas. Imagine what the table reads are like when they're reading these out.
I know.
When they get all together. Imagine what that's like. Because I just got a feeling. I mean, I can't prove it, but I have a feeling that the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift thing was just something they just got together and just, hey, let's just do this. Even though I'm not even sure if they're really together, but let's just do this because we're all going to make more money this way. So yeah,
there's motive for that. Yeah,
I can't prove that, but it's just a feeling you almost get.
There's definitely motive. Bobby Ballbag says Kelsey leaves Taylor Swift for Lizzo. How about that one? That would be wild.
Tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that, but that may actually be a downgrade. You might get an upgrade that way. You actually might get an upgrade.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm going from Taylor Swift to Lizzo. So
wait, how would you get an upgrade?
At least Lizzo is not going into the satanic stuff. At least from what I've seen. At least from what I've seen. So yeah.
Yeah, Swift's next, Bobby Ballbag said Swift's next album would be wild. Yeah, she would tell all. It would be crazy.
Yeah, so
TNT Cycles. TNT Psycho says he's picturing Lizzo going to the all-you-can-eat buffet with the offensive line.
Yeah. Who else? Rira, is that how you say her name?
I'm not familiar. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I'm
the
not
one
familiar.
from last year's halftime show.
Yeah.
What they got? There's just so many people they could get because I think because this Taylor Swift thing worked out for the NFL, I guarantee you they're going to try it again with someone else too because they're going to want to make more money from that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Britney Spears would just be weird. Is she single, I believe? But a while back, I did a tweet on Britney Spears when she did one with knives. I don't know if you saw that one. That was the worst one. That was the worst one.
No, that was the second one, actually.
That was the worst one she did.
Yeah. Did you see the Dilly Meme Team's version of that where they took it out?
No. Did they?
They did one with that, with the knives. So, yeah. There was actually a couple of them they did with that one. One of them, I think they were the. I forgot. I forgot which one it was, but there was a few of them. So yeah.
So after she did the knives one, I was like, if only there was some type of system where someone else could have control of her life and her finances and make sure that she was okay with 24/7 protection. Because, she had just come out of that conservatorship. So I'm like, you could see why she was under that conservatorship. Because she's crazy. And she's had a rough career, rough go with stuff. And it's so weird because she's not overweight, but she's just very... And she was back in the day, she was like hot. She was very attractive back in the day, especially for young, I was much younger. A lot of people were younger. And now she's doing these dances and she's not attractive at all right now. I don't know if it's her craziness or what.
Yeah, I don't know actually. So yeah. Who is another one of them? There's a few. I'm still trying to if there's any other suggestions, guys, let me know because there's a few other female singers that I know of. I just can't think of them at the moment.
Oh, LG, no, Jordan Lott. Jordan Lott says Tom McDonald and Tom Brady.
Oh my God.
The new queer LGBTQ couple. That's funny, man. Y'all crazy. They're wild. Y'all wildin'.
No, man. Come on. No. Let me think. There's a couple others. Let me look some of them up. I'm trying to think of them.
Oh,
There's a few others. Oh, how about Miley Cyrus or
is she single?
or I don't know actually, but imagine if they get her with someone. Who else?
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be
Mhm.
at the top of the list for that. If you
Yeah.
really want to replicate the Taylor Swift stuff.
Yeah, but there's a bunch
Kathy
of them.
Griffith. What's her name? Kathy
No.
Griffith. It's,
Yeah. Adele. That'd be another one.
yeah, she's with I think she's still with LeBron James's boy. What's his name? Paul? I forgot his name. Something Paul. Ron Paul. Not Ron Paul, but I forgot his name, his high school friend. But
Ariana Grande. That could be
Yeah.
another one they're going to try.
yep.
Like there's a bunch of these that they could try right here. I'm looking at them. Lady Gaga could be one. Yeah. Who else? I'm looking. Some of these women I don't know a whole lot about. Yeah. Pink. What if they got Pink with someone? I could literally actually see that right there.
Pink, what is Pink doing? I haven't seen Pink in a minute.
Yeah. I don't recall actually what she's doing at the moment,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, that would work if she's single.
Yeah. Selena Gomez, that could be another one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You
Yeah.
got a couple. So you could have that happen. Who knows, man?
Yeah. I'm looking at some of these. Billie Eilish. That would be the most like let's just say there was the one where they were showing the abortion clinic earlier in that
Mhm.
Super Bowl ad.
Mhm.
She would be the main one they would use to promote that. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, you could definitely do something with her.
Yeah. Demi DeVito, Lovato. Yeah.
She's the one that's been going back and forth, non-binary and stuff.
Yeah.
I think she's been going back and forth. I think now she's normal gendered.
I don't know anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood, that would be a good one because she's already like.
I'm a big Carrie Underwood fan, by the way. Yeah, your mic. I'm a huge Carrie Underwood fan. I remember following her from, was that season 4 of American Idol, I believe. She sung Somewhere Over the Rainbow was really good. I think she was on that season with Fantasia. I was a big fan of American Idol back then. It was really good. I never became a fan of the next.
Mm-hmm. Oh, or how about Nicki Minaj?
Oh yeah, you could bring them in. I don't know who she's with.
Yeah.
I don't follow who she's with or not, but
yeah, Kesha, that could be another one they could go with. Yeah, well, I'm just reading off a bunch of random names that they have right here. So yeah.
Yep. You'll see their publicists or whoever their people are putting this stuff together, man. These fake relationships. Madonna. Oh Lord. Lord.
God.
Sometimes people
you just brought up Brock Purdy with Lizzo. How about Brock Purdy with Madonna?
that because Brock Purdy looks like he's 16, man. That'd be, and Madonna looks like she's 80, so that would be awkward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Madonna was just dancing the other day on stage. I seen a clip of her still doing her thing.
Yeah. You still remember that when 50 Cent trolled Madonna? You remember that?
Oh yeah, that was classic, man. You told me about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it until you told me about it. That was a classic.
Where like she was doing all those weird photos and then 50 Cent trolled her. So yeah, that would be funny. Actually.
Yep.
Yeah. We're just rambling on right here. So I'm not sure if you had anything else you wanted to talk about.
Well, just one thing, if I could bring this up before we go. Big news. Friend of show, Carlos. And you might know where I'm going with this.
I forgot. I was going to talk about that. I saw it earlier today. I have the video right up here. Actually.
Let's pull it up. Ray Studios knows. We didn't even talk about it. He knows where I was going to go with this. We got spread the word, give love to this dude and everybody on the project. But Carlos, great friend of the show, running Prime Animations, and here's the trailer for Transformers Prime: Galvatron's Revenge. This is the official movie trailer.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Carlos told you he met Eric July.
Yeah, he did tell me. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, and he told me he's going to be talking to him more often. So yeah,
Man, let's see.
yeah. Let's see. We're gonna play this right here, guys.
Prime Animations.
At a time when the universe was on the edge of peace, evil rises once again.
What in the Sam Hill is going on up there?
Sir, look up there! That's a Decepticon symbol.
Predacons attack! Outnumbered and outpowered, the Autobots fight against all odds to protect our world.
Autobots, we will defend our planet, no matter what.
The Cons are still behind us.
They must not be allowed to escape again.
We're hit!
I am Galvatron.
Heralds of Unicron arise to spread chaos across the universe.
Destructicons, transform!
Preparing the way for the return of their leader.
Not as challenging as shooting down Autobots, but definitely just as fun.
Yeah, I've got better things to do tonight than die, Rodimus.
Combaticons, merge to form Bruticus!
Primus, help us all.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I just put in the chat an article I wrote a while back on this Prime Animations. Ray Studios has put me up on some of the Star Wars stuff of this era. To me, it looks beautiful. I looked at the comments on there. It's all love. People are excited about this project. I mean, he's putting it together.
Yeah.
He's doing the writing for it. He's designing the characters for it. What are your thoughts on this, Ray? Man, this is a big deal.
Really great, man. And I'm not sure if you know this, but that was Jason doing the voiceover for that.
The whole voiceover?
Yep, the whole voiceover. That's Jason.
I didn't know for sure, but because he has that deep voice.
No, it's him. That was Jason. I know it because he's done that same voice when me and him talk every now and then.
Yep. I have an article back from I gave an update in May of last year of Prime Animations, and I talked about how it's a labor of love for Carlos here, and it is another way to get together, apolitical, none of that nonsense in it, and just remember the old days. Who doesn't remember the Transformers from back in the days? And good old storytelling, just like Eric July and others are doing in the comic book space. Carlos is trying to bring it back.
Yeah, and I had known about this for years, like about 6-7 years, maybe 8 years before I reached out to him. Like literally, I kept watching this stuff for that long, and then I started doing my podcast, and I wanted to get guests on, and I literally just said, "What the heck? It's worth a try to just ask." Worst he could say is no. So I just commented on one of his videos asking him if he'd be willing to come on my show to talk about it. And he said, sure thing. And we came on and everything has just exploded from then.
Wow. That's how you met him?
Oh, yeah. That's how I
great.
met. You see a lot of the guests that come on my show. That's how I get them on my show. A lot of them. I just reach out. That's all I do. I've reached out to a lot of people to come on my show. Like even some big name people that you wouldn't guess, like Roger Stone, Brendan Dilley, Dom Luker. I've asked a lot of people. It's like, hey, it's worth a try. They don't have to respond. Just ask. You don't know if you ask, don't ask.
Absolutely. TNT Cycles. What's that?
I've even asked Laura Loomer. I DM'd her asking her if she wanted to. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. TNT Cycles has the original Transformers movie on VHS in his storage. I think my parents might have that still. They don't throw stuff away.
Yeah. Well, TNT, if you be willing to sell that, I'd buy it off you, the original, because like my dad, I grew up watching that with my dad, and he was a kid when it came out. So yeah, I have the movie. I think I don't have the original, but if you'd be willing to sell that, I'd be willing to buy it off you, man. I would be.
Yeah, follow Prime Animations on YouTube if you do not already. I'm going to be chatting with him. He'll come back on the show. We're going to talk about, I think I want to do a show just about this, or maybe mostly about this, to get some promotion out there, and then maybe get some clips so we can, get that out there, some shorts. And
well, you should get him and Jason on at the same time to talk about it.
That's true. Yeah. Because we had Jason on that big live, wasn't he on there? He was on that.
Yeah, he was there. That's still my favorite video I've ever been a part of.
I know that was we
I don't think anything will ever touch that. I just don't.
Well, we should try to do it again, especially leading up to the election. So maybe even closer to the election time, we should try to do that again. But yeah, I'll reach out and see if we can have Carlos on. I'll chat him whatever he wants to do. My goal would be to help promote the project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he told me he's got most of it done. It's just like they just got some like rendering to do. They still there's just still stuff going on that's behind the scenes. The stuff that I can't talk about here, but he's just told me some stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, the rendering, I put a little bit of that in my article. Let me see if I can find it, Ro. The render, it takes, sometimes I have here that each 10 seconds of animation takes about 3 hours to render, depending on the quality of the rig. Yow.
and they're just using basic equipment. They're not using like Hollywood level equipment to do it.
Yep. 10 seconds takes 3 hours. So keep that in mind. Support, go to Prime Animations. The way you can support it a lot of times is just sub and share. That's one of the best things you can do to support. Subscribe and share.
And the whole movie thing, I think it's around 90 minutes if you add it all up, around that amount of time. I mean, I'll have to look at the thing again, but I'll have to see I'll have to look at the clips again to see how long it is. But it's at least somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 minutes.
Yep. Yep, and if you can quickly see how that can add up to 6,000 or 5,500, 5,400 seconds quickly, and then to each 10 seconds takes 3 hours to render. That's a lot of work, a lot of time. So much love to Prime Animations. It's great to see that trailer coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So, any final thoughts, Osiris?
Final thoughts are, man, I think the Super Bowl, even with all the stuff that we talked about, the divisiveness and all that, it's a national holiday. It's time to come together. For me, it was just me and the kids and the wife, and we did like wings and spread type food, chips and stuff, and it was a good time.
Yeah, me, I don't think I'll ever be part of another Super Bowl party because when I was a kid, when me and my family had one, because we had one like every year, I was the one who had to do the dishes all the time. So that's why I don't think I'll ever have a Super Bowl party. I don't think I just can't do that. No.
Yeah, I think we need the Monday off after the Super Bowl. I think that should be a national holiday. If you want to win the presidency, run on that. I'm going to push Congress to pass that or something like that. Would be. I'm being very serious. The Monday after the Super Bowl should be a holiday. A national federal holiday. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Really interesting.
But
yeah,
cool, man.
Yeah, it was a great episode. So yeah.
We'll chop it up.
Yeah. You can probably take clips from it and then just post it on Twitter and YouTube and Rumble.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This was the Prestige Culture Dynamics. Ray and Osiris. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.